Laura Anthony, founding partner of Legal and Compliance, a full-service corporate securities and business transactions law firm. Today is the first in a LawCast series talking about the 15c2-11 requirements. On January 8, 2018, OTC Markets Group submitted a comment letter to FINRA related to FINRA Rule 6432. Rule 6432 requires that a market maker or broker-dealer have the information specified in Securities Exchange Act Rule 15c2-11 before making a quotation in a security on the over-the-counter market. Although I will summarize the salient points of the OTC Market comment letter in this LawCast series, I encourage those interested to read the entire letter, which contains an in-depth analysis and comprehensive arguments to support its position. On February 8, 2018, OTC Markets submitted a second comment letter to FINRA, this one related to FINRA Rule 5250. Rule 5250 prohibits companies from compensating market makers in connection with the preparation and filing of a Form 211 application. Rule 6432, or FINRA Rule 6432, is entitled Compliance with the Information Requirements of SEA Rule 15c2-11. Subject to certain exceptions, including the piggyback exception, which I will explain in this LawCast series, Rule 6432 requires that all broker-dealers have and maintain certain information on a non-exchange traded company security prior to resuming or initiating a quotation of that security. Generally, a non-exchange traded security is quoted on the OTC markets. Compliance with the rule is demonstrated by filing a Form 211 application with FINRA. Although the rule requires that the Form 211 be filed at least 3 days prior to initiating a quotation, in reality, FINRA reviews and comments on the filing in a back-and-forth process that can take several weeks or even months. The specific information required to be maintained by the broker-dealer is delineated in Securities Exchange Act Rule 15c2-11. The core principle behind Rule 15c2-11 is that adequate current information be available when a security enters the marketplace. The information required by the rule includes either a prospectus filed under the Securities Act of 1933, such as a Form S-1, which went effective no less than 90 days prior, or a qualified Regulation A offering circular that was qualified less than 40 days prior, the company's most recent annual report filed under Section 13 or 15D of the Exchange Act or under Regulation A and quarterly reports to date, information published pursuant to Rule 12G 3-2B for foreign issuers, or specified information that is similar to what would have been included in the items I just mentioned. In addition, Rule 6432 requires the submittal of specified information about the security being quoted. For example, common stock, an ADR, or a warrant, the quotation medium, for example, OTCQB or OTCQX, and if priced, the basis upon which the price was determined. Rule 6432 requires a certification confirming that the member broker-dealer has not accepted any payment or other consideration in connection with the submittal of the Form 211 application, which payment is prohibited by Rule 5250 as well. Rule 15c2-11F2 allows a member firm to quote or process an unsolicited order on behalf of a customer without compliance with the information requirements. In such case, the member must document the name of the customer, the date and time of the unsolicited order, and all identifying information on the security. I'm securities attorney Laura Anthony, founding partner of Legal and Compliance and producer of LawCast. Should you have any questions about today's topic, please visit securitieslawblog.com and lawcast.com or contact me directly. Inquiries of a technical nature are always encouraged.